How to grow and monetize on YouTube, no gatekeeping. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a slightly different video. I'm not talking about escaping the 9 to 5, although this actually ties into it because you could replace your 9 to 5 by going full-time into YouTube. But what I'm going to teach you is what I've done over the last 15 months, which has made such a difference to my YouTube growing and making great money. And you can do this too. YouTube is not oversaturated. And in this video, I'm just going to share all my tips, tricks, and hacks, which really have made a difference. And I'll show you loads of pop-ups throughout this video on why my channel is now performing so well. And it's super simple. All these other videos out there, and I've watched a fair few, especially this morning when I was on the treadmill at the gym, about how to grow and what to do. And I feel like everyone's dangling a carrot. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm no BS. I'm straight to the point. I'm unapologetically authentic, and I'm just going to tell you everything. There's no gatekeeping here at all. This can be your full-time career and you can make loads of money from it. I'm living and breathing it. Although I left my 9 to 5 by building a business, but now obviously YouTube at my luxury, at my convenience, is full-time for me. And I'm passionate about it and I love it. And I want to inspire you to start and make money from talking about things that you love. And we're going to get straight into it. So just to start with, I've got loads of pop-ups. I am very grateful and thankful that I've been documenting this journey, and around me will pop up screen caps of my original thumbnails of different parts of my journey on growing on YouTube. Some from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, how much money I'd spent before I even monetized. And just to let you know, I did a video, the thumbnail will pop up here, how much I spent in, let me check, 2021. I'd spent over £6,000 on my channel, and I watched that video back and I said, I just knew it would be worth it. Now, I've made that tenfold from my YouTube directly and off of the platform due to upsells and actually running my business. So, you know, the money comes back in waves if you stick with the cause. I'm just going to give everything in this video, and I feel like this will be one video where you can go away with all the knowledge, knowing everything that you need to know. And to be honest with you, I wish I had this video when I started out, because it's much more simple than you think. It's not about algorithm hacks and fancy editing and having the best equipment. It's not. Although I will talk about one thing: audio. Have good audio. Okay, look, let's jump straight into this because I've got a long list. Now, I'm going to share my previous timeline with you. So in fact, what's going to happen now, my journey, I opened my YouTube channel in 2013. I didn't start using it until about 2019, something like that. So it will pop up a timeline kindly given by YouTube, and you'll see my growth most recently popping over the last 15 months. Now let's just go over my page. So let's pop it up, right? I'm going to look at it as well. Is that I'm now at 52,300 something subscribers. Views gained, you can see VIDIQ giving the stats, roughly between $3,000 to $8,000 a month. That is pretty accurate. My average video length, I upload at least one a week, right? My channel is performing very well, right? It is a cash flowing and sustainable channel, right? I could just live on this because I don't have high expenses. But let's just go through the big difference. Now, my subs in 2024, I gained 10,040 subs, right? Now, 2025, I gained, and I'm still growing. I mean, yesterday, in fact, I'll pop it up because I'll have to do another screen cap. Yesterday, I did over 400 subs in one day. But in 2025, thus far, I've done 29,231. But what has made the difference, right? Because getting subs is quite hard, right? You know, actually building your channel, it does take a long time, right? There are unicorn moments where people grow really quickly, but it doesn't happen. It's very far and few between, right? There is a method to the madness, which I'll share. Now, again, no gatekeeping. So let's go through this, right? If you want to monetize and go full time, that there is a series of things which I want you to note down and listen to what I'm saying. And we are going to start with equipment, but most importantly, we're going to talk about audio. I have the Rode Mic Pro Plus in front of me. This is really crisp, captures the depth. For if I'm doing any shorts, I will use a plug-in mic. I also have, and the reason I'm talking about audio, because it's not necessarily about having the best visuals, although that's a benefit, but having good audio. People will listen to things even if the visual's not good. So this is like the first top tip. Do not cheap on audio, because no one wants to listen to tinny, crackly, sound. But audio, I have here the Rode Wireless Series 3 mics. I think they are. And then also I'm going to talk about this. This is the DJI Osmo, this is the creator pack, by the way, which comes with the DJI wireless mic. This is super crisp. So when you're talking into it, it really captures the depth of your voice. So please do not cheap out on audio. And then the camera that I'm using now is the Sony ZV-E1 with the Tamron lens. Again, a photo will pop up next to me of what that actually looks like. I'm using that now. A great lens, great camera. And, I got to a point where I could reinvest back into my YouTube channel. So that's my top tip. Get good equipment, but most importantly, focus on audio being the priority. Now, when starting a YouTube channel, we're going to get into it. I'm just going to reel it all off on how you can grow your YouTube channel and what's made a difference for me. When I started my YouTube channel, I was too broad. I was talking about finance. I was talking about mindset. I was talking about time management, money management. I was doing a podcast called the Knightley's Roundtable Podcast. And what I came to realize years down the line after having an audit done by Jade Beeson, so shout out to another YouTuber friend of mine, Jade Beeson, is that I was just too broad. I was talking about too many topics which I had an interest in. So the algorithm could never find my audience. So I was never being placed, like YouTube wasn't pushing me. So my top tip, until you reach 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000 subs, you have to pick a market, pick a niche, and then hyper niche, and basically focus on that thing without deviating, which really, we need to look at this like a business as well. If you're going to grow a business and be successful, what do? You don't start 4 or 5 businesses at once trying to grow them all. You build one business until successful. The acronym FOCUS, finish one course until successful. And that's what I didn't do in my first 3-4 years. I was talking about too many things. I had a podcast, I would vlog, then I was doing different types of shorts, and I just get it now. Like, it clicked. I wasn't feeding the algorithm the same style content, so it couldn't find my audience. Okay, so there's no hack, it's just niche. Pick your topic, solve a problem in that area, educate people, and dive really deep into it, okay? Now, do not waste people's time. This is something I've learned from Instagram and TikTok. But most importantly, jump to it. Don't worry about some fancy promo trailer. Don't worry about the long, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aaron Knightley and I talk about, forget all that. Say the hook, say the purpose of the video, what they're going to get from it, and just jump straight into it like I'm doing now. The most important asset that we all need to obtain is attention. Time is incredibly precious and valuable. Don't waste it. Just get on with it. And the other thing is as well, don't worry about being clunky. Like, I might say every now and again, or I'll look at my laptop, or I'll take a sip of my cup of tea. People aren't looking for perfection. They're looking to be impacted, inspired, and information. So don't worry about being this picture perfect camera person. Just get the information out there, say it clearly, and people will listen. Again, if you've got good audio. Now, be unapologetically authentic. Now, I've noted this down in capitals. It's screaming at me. Be the voice. Be relatable. Let people resonate with you. And one thing we can all use to our advantage right now, we have seen so much BS from celebs, from TV. We know the media lies. We don't care about what people are doing in their lives on magazines. Like, as a society right now, we're fed up of all the polished, perfect lives, $1 million Lamborghini, flying to Dubai, business class. People are utterly fed up of just the nonsense and just painting a picture that life is perfect, and life is not perfect. So move that onto your YouTube channel. Just be a person. One thing, and it's going to pop up next to me now. I have loads of these comments, but I get DMs on all of my platforms, and you'll see it next to me, is just be a normal human being that is unapologetically authentic to you. And be okay knowing that you'll be misunderstood by the majority of society if you're trying to do something good in your life, because most of society has been brainwashed. And for you to step outside your comfort zone, for you to make a difference, for you to impact, for you to inspire, you have to be different. So just know that for you to share your message, your opinions, your knowledge, there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to hear it, because they hold on to insecurities. That's what my message is. Be unapologetically authentic, which then defeats this whole message of, well, YouTube's oversaturated. It's not. You're unique. Your voice is unique. What you've been through in your life is totally different to what I've been through. And people will attach themselves to you if you're just transparent and you just don't gatekeep and you just educate people and add value and inspire them, right? So we're fed up of the nonsense. We don't want BS because people can smell BS from a mile off. That's when I talk about my 9 to 5 videos. I get so many people who are inspired and these lovely messages saying I've impacted their lives, and I can use this information as data to continue my message and to understand what people want. And if I can figure out what people want, I can continue to grow. Okay, we'll talk about thumbnails and titles and stuff like that, which do matter, and VIDIQ is great, but we're going to do the crunks of this first. Now, as I just said, add value, educate people, do full course tutorials, don't hold anything back. Now, this is something, again, I've highlighted here. Cut out all the suspense, all the fancy edits, and just give everything. If you're wanting to build a business and you're worried about, well, I don't want to tell everyone everything because then what am I going to upsell them? Because YouTube is a great platform to upsell and build a business online and off of YouTube. People will still buy from you because they'll pay for implementation and accountability, and that they want to work with you and they like you and trust you. Don't dangle carrots. Give everything on a YouTube video and then give them the option if you want to sell something, a product, a service, a program, membership, whatever. But give everything away and tell them all the benefits and just talk about the solution, everything that you're good at, and they'll buy just because they like you. Don't feel that you need to hold back, because again, that's something that people don't like. Oh, you're dangling the carrot. Just give it all away. And that's one thing that's worked for me very well. See YouTube as a business, not as a social media. It has metrics, it has analytics, it has a lot of data, it gives you feedback, it has live engagement from your viewers. So that is exactly how a business operates. So you don't see this as a vanity social media platform. See it as a business. Therefore, your OMV. What is your origin, your mission, and your vision? When you're starting a YouTube channel, go right to the end. What do you want from it? Do you want to make a living off of this? Do you want to be able to pay your bills? Do you want to make 6 figures? Do you want to work with businesses? Do you want sponsors? Do you want to sell something off the back of it? Do you want to build multiple businesses from the opportunities that YouTube will present? Go to the end and then reverse engineer on how you do that. What you don't want to do is just kind of start without any plan or idea of where you're going, because then it, again, like a fart in the wind, you don't know what you're going to be doing. Now, this is the top tip. I wish someone had told me this. Do not send your video links when you start posting. This is one of the biggest YouTube killers for your channel growing. This was a big problem for me, and there's something called the YouTube Pocket. I got put in this for a long time, and I was speaking to loads of YouTuber friends of mine, and I was saying, why am I not growing? Everything is so slow. I'm just not growing. And I was in this YouTube pocket where nothing was happening for me. So what I'm going to do is on screen now will pop up traffic source. I've taken this data from my last video. You can see browse features, suggested videos, other YouTube features. What you want is browse features, which is essentially YouTube recommendations. This is what you want to teach YouTube to start building organically on its own. And you do that by simply creating videos to the highest quality possible with the best information, and then put it out there into the ecosystem. Now, if we dive down here, and Mac, I don't know if you can draw a line or highlight it, there's something called external. Now, this is not what you want. Loads of my old videos, unfortunately, external is my highest view rate. Now, external is basically where you're taking the YouTube link, you're putting it in your emails, you're sending it on WhatsApp, and what it's doing is it's tracking that link. So when people open it, and you've been sending your videos or putting it on social media or your Instagram with a link, you think that you're driving traffic. But what you're doing is you're teaching YouTube that most of your views are coming from external. So YouTube says, well, we won't bother actually building an organic search engine or a recommendation feature for you because you seem to be a channel that's just forcing your own views. So we'll just take a seat back. Therefore, we'll put you in the YouTube pocket. So stop immediately sending your links. Not only that, you're dramatically reducing the chances of anyone opening it, because when they get sent the link, they've got to click on it. It will open up in a default browser. Then they got to click open in app. So there is an app where you could send it called open in app, which opens it straight on. But anyway, the point I'm getting at, and I know I talk quick, do not send your YouTube links. If you're doing email marketing or you're WhatsApping groups or communities or a broadcast, just send the thumbnail and say to people, please go check out my latest video. It's on my YouTube channel. Search Aaron Knightley and the video is waiting for you. Thanks so much. And then of course, you want other metrics such as encourage people to like this video, save it and comment. And while we're on that, if you're enjoying this video, please do like and subscribe and comment, but I don't force any of that stuff. Like, if you want to subscribe. But this is really important. This is by far one of the most important things to note down. Now, of course, thumbnails and your title is really important. The best way that you can optimize this is, for me, just go get VIDIQ. Simply just pay for VIDIQ Pro or Boost or whatever it's called. Let's put the logo up here. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. There's no endorsement here, but I have been using VIDIQ for a long time, but I've been taking it seriously and I've paid for the highest version. It gives me all the data. It does my optimization for SEO on the description, the titles. It then gives recommendations. It really is a great tool. And in my eyes, I see it as a little bit of a hack, a cheat, if you will, because it tells you what you should be doing. And of course, focus on your thumbnails, make it obvious, make it punchy, and maybe put some text which is different to your description, so people can get a real good 360 overview of what your video is about. Think about what your audience, your customer viewer avatar is searching for. Put that in your description and then use VIDIQ to find and lock in the highest SEO ranking. The other thing which I wasn't doing for a long time, and shout out to my mentor Jason Greystone, who I'll share in a little bit, is that I wasn't doing timestamps. I just wasn't doing any timestamps. And what they are is, if you go to any of the descriptions in my videos, even this one, and scroll to the bottom, you input, unfortunately manually, the timestamps. And what that does is, if it's a long video, it helps with the SEO for starters, because you've got different titles, again, boosting the search engine, but it allows people to fast forward and go back to the particular thing that they want to learn about. Like in this video, if you drag the bar basically back and forward, you'll see titles for different sections of this video. I don't know why I'm moving with it, but you'll see different sections, right? So timestamps are super important. Okay, where are we? Now, most importantly, time in the market. Let's not underestimate, just like a business, just like any social media, it's not a case of post once and then disappear, and when you come back to your channel, everything's going to be magical. You have to invest into this. You have to see this as a business. Again, if you ever check out any of my old videos, one of the videos when I was talking about how much I've spent, I watched that, and it was a little bit like a moment for me, like, oh my God, I can't believe I believed in myself that much. I can, but I had so much belief and I'd spent so much money on YouTube, but I knew I was never going to give up because I knew that it was worth it. I just know that it's worth it. And let me remind you, YouTube is in its infancy, just like TikTok and Instagram. This is still so new. Please do not think it's oversaturated. Money is on the table, opportunity is everywhere, it's in an abundance, go get it. And you do have to invest time. So look, Mr. Beast, right? 7 years on YouTube before he popped. Hundreds of videos. Jason Greystone, my mentor, for any of you who don't know, he'd spent 8 years on YouTube and is now nearly at 500,000. And in 2024, in 10 months, he made $12.5 million. Now, he made $12.5 million through upsells of his product into his business through a video which was called Trading for Dummies, ended up doing something like 7 million views. The upsells made $12.5 million in 10 months. He's been flown all around the world doing talks. He's one of my very, very good friends, but also my mentor. And it took him 8 years. For ages, he was on kind of like 30,000, 31,000, 32,000. One video, boom, popped. Time in the market. And then my case study, 5 years I've been on YouTube, and it's only in the last 15 months it's become profitable. I can live off of it. If I didn't have any of my incomes or any of my businesses and I just wanted to live off YouTube and create some products, I could just do one video a week and I'd make enough to pay all my bills. I'm scaling this to 6 figures and beyond. Like, I'm in it for the long run. But the point I'm making is it's taken me 5 years and I've done over 1,700 videos between long and short form. And I had to do so many videos to learn all the things I'm teaching you so you don't have to make these mistakes. Like, again, if I could go back, I would have hyper niched. I would have never have sent the links externally. I would have replied to... That's the other thing. Oh, I nearly forgot this one. This is a biggie. Go above and beyond for your own business. And the 1% difference, which I feel is making a huge change and an impact for me, as many of you know, I reply to every single one of you personally. Me. And I care the fact that people leave comments. And if you go over any of my latest videos, you just have a look at how many people I reply to. There is a backlog now because there's so many comments, and I try and do like 50 replies every day, and it's taken me a while now, but I find it so important to nurture and build a community. What is YouTube? A community, not followers. Subscribers. They are subscribing and listening to you for a long time. So give them what they want and nurture those relationships. Think about it. If you subscribe to someone and you like their content and you leave a comment and you're like, oh my God, thanks so much for that. I really needed that. And there's no reply. You think, okay, well, maybe they didn't see that one, whatever. Second video. Oh my God, second video. I really hit the spot. You're looking for a reply, no reply. You kind of end up being a little bit like, is this person not human? Like, have we got no attachment in this community at all? And I do understand it. Like, when you get hundreds or thousands a day, it's really hard. Like, I could never reply to all my TikTok comments because my TikTok is 500,000. I can never reply to all of them. I try, but my YouTube, I spend hours replying across the week to comments because I find it so important, not only for my growth, but to build my community and make it watertight, that I have to reply. And that has been, I believe, a defining factor in growth. This is my own take. I don't take this for gospel. I believe as well, time invested on the platform is a metric that's looked at. I spend so much time analyzing, replying, really kind of getting into my channel and understanding what works and what didn't, and nurturing again the community. I believe that there is a metric within YouTube that it monitors how much time you're investing into the this platform. And I feel that if you're investing good time into it, I do feel that they give you a boost. We could keep going with this video. There's many different things like end screen caps. So making sure that if a video of yours starts to pop and it leads onto another video which you want them to see, make sure you've got the end video at the end of that video that's performing well. There's loads of other little tips and tricks. But the crux of this is, do not send the links externally. Build up an organic channel. Be very clear on your message and who it's for. Show up every single week. Do not disappear, because human beings want to build trust. They like consistency, and then they feel comfortable with someone who delivers on their promise. If you've put in your about, your description that you're going to post on a Monday or a Thursday or a Sunday, stick to it. Don't say something you can't deliver on. I have said that I will be posting every week, whether that be on a Wednesday, the Thursday or the Sunday. And I have delivered that every single week for 5 years. My God. And, I feel that now I'm finally getting somewhere. So it's not as complicated as you think. Just don't gatekeep. Don't dangle carrots. Show up all the time. Improve. Also, get around people that will constructively criticize your content. I have people that I ask, can you just check out my content? And other YouTubers that I'm in circles with now, they'll say, I wouldn't have done that, Aaron. I probably think about this. You need those people in your life because every video will become better. If you don't have people that challenge your channel, you can't identify what works and what doesn't and what needs to improve. If you have someone pointing out something that could change every video is going to be better. And you know what? Finally, be a human being. Like, don't worry about knocking it. Don't worry about being normal. Don't worry about making the best edit in the world. Like, I'm looking at my screen, I'm looking at you, I'm looking around, I'm very kind of movie and handsy as a person. People like that. They want to feel that they could do it. I call it clunky. Be okay and just get them out there. Don't overthink. Don't think, oh my God, it's not perfect. Perfect never comes. But look, my God, there's good money on here. Okay, you can make great money. I'm going to take a guess and I'll document this. I reckon by 2026, summer of 2026, I will be close to 6 figures on my YouTube channel. Already 6 figures from my TikTok, but I reckon I will be close to 6 figures by summer 2026. Let's document this. Again, this will be another video in my portfolio to be able to go and refer back to. Totally possible. I've done nothing spectacular. I walked away from school with 1 GCSE in PE, right? You can all do this too. So look, can you replace your 9 to 5 by YouTube? To all those people who say it's not a real career, well, you've got insecurities. It absolutely is. It is a career. We are in the information age. Like Gary Vee said it best. In 2026, people will be paid to walk people. In terms of, you can get paid just to walk with people. You can be paid for everything and anything. If you know how to market, you know how to sell, you know how to build trust and audience. But very simple. Show up, post a video, Be consistent, add value, educate people. Don't make it about you. Anyway, look, I'm going to stop there. I hope this has helped. You know, without going into all the nitty gritty of the finer little things, that is the crux of how you grow your channel. And that is what has made the difference from my channel. And you could see that there. I don't think there's anything else to show you. I don't think I put anything else by. That's it. So look, if you did like that video, please do like and subscribe. I always put call to action. So yeah, always do a call to action as well. But look, let me know in the comments, have you started your channel? What did you learn from this? I always love to know, because again, it gives me feedback to then go on to perhaps create the next video. Or by the way, if you have any suggestions of a video you want me to create, I'm always open to that, by the way. So I've done many videos based on what people want me to do. And until next time, my good people, I'll see you all very soon.